Hi everyone. I wanted to talk a little bit about the lunar eclipse, 8 degrees Gemini, that is happening this November 30th. There's a really good reason why you're feeling this chaotic, like super sensitive, emotionally charged energy right now. And it's very intense. It's partially because we have now entered what's called the eclipse season or the eclipse shadow. So we have a pair of upcoming eclipses. The first one is 8 degrees Gemini, and that is November 30th. And the second one is 23 degrees Sagittarius, and that is December 14th. We feel this energy as like energy in motion, really like electromagnetic, because that's what it is. We are energetic beings, and if you are energy sensitive or work closely with energy like I do myself, you're really feeling this on like an electromagnetic frequency. You're feeling this heightened frequency. So the vibrational frequency is higher, it's lifted, but it's more intense. And you're going to feel that if you are energy sensitive, and even if you're not, if you have this aspecting any points or planets in your personal chart, you absolutely will. So, eclipses are just huge pivotal times in your life where fated decisions happen. So these are choices that are made during eclipse energy that are basically going to alter the complete trajectory of your life. So I like to think of these as like time warps, because what eclipses do is they essentially speed up time. They kick you into gear. They literally push you into the trajectory of your true soul growth. Now, remember, that might not be what your ego wants. Your true life purpose may be something completely different than what you think it is or what you have in mind. And the eclipses make that obvious to you. So basically, we are leading up to this eclipse, and about a week before the eclipse starts, we're in what's called the pre-shadow. So there's a pre and post shadow, and we are in it right now. So you're definitely going to start feeling this. So these are like big, huge, sudden changes that can come out of nowhere. And, they can be seen as stressful. Oftentimes they are very like emotionally charged. Eclipses are where you leave a job, where you're let go from a job, where you leave a partner leaves you, you move, just big, huge changes that these decisions that you make, rather, will make these life-altering changes that occur for you during eclipses. So I like to, again, think of these eclipses as time warps because they're speeding up the time. So an eclipse energy is what's going to bring that stagnant relationship, or just a relationship that isn't truly for your highest soul growth, to a screeching halt, to a sudden end with little to no warning. Or maybe you did have some warning and it's just the time that it happens. So while these can be like extremely painful to deal with in the moment, it's very common to look back later and to see, oh my God, I'm so glad that happened, because had that person not left, or had I not left that person, I wouldn't have now be doing what I absolutely love. So there's all these things that you see in hindsight, but the eclipse energy is what like pushes you forward, even if you don't want to. So, it just basically takes you to the next level. So think of it this way. Anything that happens during eclipse energy or the eclipse season it's meant to happen. It's basically moving you closer to your divine purpose. But you might be thinking, okay, well, I'm not a Gemini, so this eclipse is at 8 degrees Gemini. It's not going to affect me, right? Wrong. We all have Gemini somewhere in our chart. So if your personal chart has points or planets that are making aspects. I like to look at conjunctions in a really small, tight orb. So if you have anything like that, that's actually touching your personal chart, that is the area of your life that will undergo a massive change and sometimes sudden changes. So it's nice to have a personal astrology reading, an eclipse reading in particular, to help you just be prepared for the energy. And if it is aspecting or touching your chart in a certain way, and what house or what area of your life will it affect? So it's nice to have the option to look into these types of things, because it affects us all differently. But the eclipse will affect us on not only a personal but a collective conscious level. So this is why we all feel it no matter what. But some of us will feel it more than others, and some of us will see some major life-altering changes happen during these pairing of eclipses that we have coming up. So it's basically like we're going to start to feel this energy, as like subconscious shadow stuff that comes up. Pain, self-sabotaging behaviors will come back up, just things that you thought were already dealt with or in the past, or maybe you just purposely didn't deal with them but left them in the past thinking they're not going to come back around. Well, this is when they come back around. This is when you have to deal with it. This is when things come to a sudden ending. But again, these are fated decisions, fated choices that will ultimately only push you further towards your ultimate, life purpose here, your ultimate soul growth. But when we have this eclipse energy, it's really heightened because we're dealing again with the electromagnetics of the nodes. So when we're dealing with the nodes, this is always like the point of huge life changes in the direction of true soul growth. This will sometimes show up as things you don't initially want or didn't ask for, or can't see, why is this happening to me? You might ask, why, what is this? I don't want this, only to see later that you not only did you want it and didn't know it, but you are so grateful and so thankful that it came into your life, or that so-and-so left your life, or you left this job, or you were let go from this job. So it's hard to see that there's a bigger picture, especially when you're going through all the heightened emotional crap that comes up, like a better word, sorry, during eclipse season. So it's just super heightened. And, also these things will just kind of go into warp speed. So it comes out of nowhere and happens super fast. But, it's good to know that whether or not you have any specific points or placements in your chart that are actually being touched by the eclipse, whether or not that is happening, you can use the energy of an eclipse to make powerful changes in your life. It's going to set you up for the next 6 months. Just to be prepared for big revelations right now, endings, fated decisions, changes in the personal and collective level. So just be gentle with yourself, and just know that as we come up on this eclipse energy, we're all going to feel it in some way or another. So be kind, be patient with yourself and others. And I will be holding a live stream guided full moon lunar eclipse meditation on Monday, November 30th at 8 p.m. on Pineapple Life's live stream through IGTV and Facebook Live. So I hope you could join me for that. And if you are interested in having a personal eclipse reading or any type of reading, I do all sorts of astrology readings, including human design astrology. So you can also order those and book with me through our website, pineapplelife.com. And again, hopefully this helped just shine some light on this hardcore eclipse energy that we're all going into. And just drop me a comment or let me know if you are feeling this, or if you have where you have 8 degrees Gemini in your chart, and if you have any aspects that are touching on this eclipse. So again, namaste, and we will all get through this. I will see you on the other side.